Oh, yes. All right, let's do this. I wish you guys, I should just like cut together a video of me trying to start videos after like literally, what has been 12, we figured out 12 years. I still have to like do the intro several times before getting it right in every video. So here we are. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today, you guys saw the title or clicked on it. On Monday, was it Monday? Monday, Tuesday? All the days have mushed together. I recently did a advice video, and so many of you guys had asked me for wedding tips or wedding planning tips, any advice I could give for those who are planning a wedding. And so I thought that would be really fun. So I made a little list. Guys, it's official. I actually took some notes today on some do's and don'ts in terms of wedding planning. Keep in mind, I've only had one wedding. I've only planned, actually, I was gonna say I've only planned one wedding. That is not true. I've planned 2 weddings, one of which we had to cancel. So maybe I do have a leg up and a little expertise in planning weddings. But that being said, this is such an individual process for everyone. Everyone's budgets are different, everyone's expectations are different, everyone's timelines are different. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. So here we go. Okay, first off, in a do's and don'ts, I said, do set a budget, but don't expect not to go over it. We were very specific about how much we wanted to spend. We were like, all right, we're gonna cap it at this amount. And then as we started kind of looking at how much things cost and what we wanted to make sure that we had, for example, really good food and an open bar, we were like, okay, well, we'll just make sure that we only spend this much, and like went up, you know, like a little bit more, and then we ended up going a little bit more. So it was good for us to like have an initial plan and really try to stick by it, but we also gave ourselves like a little bit of wiggle room and slowly moved our bar up. Weddings are expensive. I know that there are ways to do it to minimize those expenses. You just need to like kind of put into perspective what you really want and what you feel like you really need and what you can actually afford. But definitely make a budget. Make sure that you are on the same page with your partner when it comes to that, and that it's something within your reach. Woo! All right, I said do use a party planner, but don't hire one without interviewing. All right, if you were like, I'm DIYing this, I'm like doing it myself, you probably are thinking, I don't need a wedding planner, okay? I am super organized. I love a plan. I am a producer naturally, so I was like, oh, maybe I don't need a party planner. But yes, honestly, at least I really did. Here's what's the best thing about having a party planner. First of all, most party planners offer like different levels of service, so you don't have to use them for literally everything, like from start to finish. There's like just day of party planners, which I wouldn't skip. Don't skip that. You need some point of contact on the day to sort of run the behind the scenes kind of stuff, to do all the stuff you don't want to think about on the day, to make sure that the caterer is there on time, to sort of like literally like produce on the day. So I think that is like so important. We opted to have a party planner throughout the process, however, because we both have full-time jobs, careers. This is full-time, okay? And other things going on, and we just simply couldn't like put 100% focus on the wedding, although I did end up putting so much focus on it, and I actually really enjoyed the process. But it was nice to have someone who could help you connect the dots. These party planners, they have connections with every vendor. They know the timelines of things that you think you know, or think you have like a list and you checked off everything. They come back in and they're like, oh, you missed this, this, and this, and actually this should be coming before this, and blah, 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 blah. So for us, it was like really important to use one, but we did interview several different party planners. I did my research and I knew like what part of town I was going to be getting married in, so I wanted to find a party planner that had worked in that town, around that town, and specifically at the venue that we were throwing our wedding at. So I was able to like kind of narrow down our options, and we met with 2 different party planners, and one of them was significantly cheaper and was offering like significantly cheaper ideas and options and was all about like, hey, we can make this budget work. And we were like, yeah, we should probably just go with her. That makes the most sense. But honestly, after kind of chatting with her and then meeting with the other people who weren't like exorbitantly, who weren't like that much more expensive, they were still both on like the lower end in terms of party planners. Because guys, some of the celebrity party planners or like the Instagrammy party planners, oh, one second. Y'all, sorry to interrupt. The plumber is on its way, so I might have to get up and come back in a second. So I'm gonna keep my phone on. This is life. See, this is why you need a party planner, because you have to deal with other things like your sink overflowing. Anyways, oh yeah, some of like the Instagrammable party planners are so expensive. And like, to me, that was just like ridiculous. Like we put our faith, okay, well, let me back up. Boop. So the other person that we interviewed, the minute we met with her, I was like, oh my God, we just totally jive. Like, I just want to hang out with her. I really liked her. I liked her aesthetic. Like the other lady's aesthetic wasn't my aesthetic. Not to say she couldn't achieve what I wanted, but it was just like not so much clicking. And so we ended up going with this one over here. It was just a little bit more expensive, but like I couldn't recommend her more. She was amazing. I'll leave her information below. And in fact, they were kind of just getting started on their party planning journey. So we got in kind of early, which is probably why it was affordable. But I definitely like encourage you to use a party planner, even if it's just day of, and certainly make sure you interview and just go with your gut on that. I said, do start a Pinterest board. Don't get stuck thinking you have to do it all though. Pinterest was so totally useful. I kind of already had like a general idea. We had talked about like kind of our vision for what we wanted this to look like and feel like, and because we had the venue, we knew kind of what we were working with. So I just started a Pinterest board and started like just pulling stuff that I liked and this and that, and from there, we sent that to the party planner and to the florist, and I was the one that was picking out the rentals. So I was looking through all the rentals and kind of starting to pull pieces from everything. But I definitely did get stuck at one point in feeling like I had to do all the trends and all the things that I was seeing on these boards, like the Lucite boards that tell you to like welcome or like turn off your cell phone, stuff like that, that like ultimately you don't really need, but you felt like you're supposed to because everyone else was, if that makes sense. So definitely do that Pinterest board. It's so super helpful, especially when you're working with vendors, to kind of give them an idea of what you're going for. But don't feel like you have to do everything that you've pinned, like, and seen. It's just not practical, and it starts to get a little bit overboard, and then you become, at least I became a little bit obsessive with it, and it's just like, just take the vibe of what you're seeing, but you don't have to copy everything exactly. Oh, and with that, do check Facebook Marketplace, and don't expect to DIY everything unless you are a DIY queen. So I saw like that board that says like turn off your cell phones or whatever, and it was so expensive on Etsy. And so I did actually find a previous bride who was selling it on Facebook Marketplace for very inexpensive. So I got that from her. And then there were a few other things that I was like, oh, I'm gonna DIY it. And then I was like, I'm not gonna DIY it. And so I either would skip it or I would purchase it on Facebook Marketplace or try to find a hand-me-down or, you know, Target it or whatever the case. But go easy on yourself. Don't expect that you have to and will do everything. It's just not feasible. At least not for the common person, I'll tell you that much. I said, do have a seating chart, but don't get too strung up and hung up on who's sitting with what. Who's sitting with who? Who's sitting with whom? So at first when we made our seating charts, well, at first I was like, I don't think we need to make a seating chart, like let people sit wherever they want. But Jeff's point was like, hey, there's gonna be some people here that are coming by themselves, and like that's a little intimidating if they don't have somewhere like specific to sit. Like, you know, it's hard to socialize. And so I thought that was really smart. So okay, yes, we will make a seating chart. And then I like did the initial one, and he was like, this is feeling very cliquey. Like it's all your like best friends in one little hub, and then like another group of your friends over here, and then mine over here. And he's like, I think we should like mingle them together. And at first I was like, no, that's so scary. But it was the best thing we ever did. We were so specific. We're like, okay, these people are nurses. They haven't met each other, but they all have a lot in common. Oh, they're parents. Let's put them down. And like, everyone loved it. At first, I felt like there was a little pushback, especially for my friends who were a little introverted. But at the end of the day, like, they were like chanting for their tables, like, table 6 is the best. And like, they had an email chain going all around afterwards. It was really fun. We kept our families together, but besides that, we mixed and mingled our friends, and it was awesome. Highly suggest it. And that was a total Jeff thing. All credit to Jeff on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that scared me. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
oh. Oh my God, you lived that, Jeff, that like,
Yeah.
whew, my heart. The plumber's on its way, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Married life, oh my God, that, whew, that got me good. All right, do have a website and also send invites, like hard paper invites, but don't not send an insert in your invites, Jeff, you'll love this one, about your honeymoon fund. Okay, go with me on this. We had a website which was great, and everyone could RSVP through it, and it had all the information on there, and it had everyone's pictures on there. It was really fun. I think like maybe 2 people visited it, to be honest, and on the website was where we listed our honeymoon fund. All we wanted to do was a honey fund instead of doing like a traditional what do you call it? We didn't have like a traditional registry. We just wanted to request money for our honeymoon. And then we also sent an invite. And on the invite, it just said like all information about RSVP and gifts are on our website. And I gotta say, I really wish we would have sent a separate little like note that like gave the Honey Fund website, because I just don't think people like either recognized or knew or remembered after RSVPing. And so many people didn't give us gifts. Ugh. I feel like a lot of people just forgot, because that's life, and you know, I don't know. We forget things left and right, and you think you RSVP'd and you think you said, I don't know, like some people even were like, hey, did I send a gift? And those people usually did. But I kind of wish that either we would have done a registry, although we didn't really need anything, or that we would have sent like a separate note card. It's like trying to do it without being tacky, but yeah, we somehow missed the mark on that and kind of screwed the pooch on that one. Do dress shop and try on all the fancy dresses, but don't think that you have to get an expensive dress to love the dress that you're in and to look fantastic. I think, as we all know, I did all those videos trying on all those wedding dresses. There's such a wide range of price points when it comes to wedding dresses. And I mean, the upsell on them is insane. Like, ugh, so expensive. So I would definitely go do the experience, go try it on, drink the champagne, wear the Vera Wang or whatever, but don't think you have to get one of those dresses. Like, I loved my dress so much because it was so unique to me, and it, like, the minute I put it on, I'll leave the link to the dress video. I'll leave a playlist to all my wedding content below if you're like starting the process and missed those videos. But now it's just like hanging in my closet. But I just urge you to look for more affordable options, because I promise you, like, it's not about how much you spend on the dress, it's just like how you feel in the dress. So there you go. All right, be right back. The plumber is here. All right, hours later and a unclogged sink, we are back, and let's continue. Ew, I just gave Courtney some turkey, and like, we don't eat meat in our house, and I forgot like what turkey smells like after a couple days in the fridge. That's disgusting. Okay, here we go. All right, do set times to plan with your spouse or fiance, but don't expect it to always be smooth sailing. So, I mean, listen, this stuff is stressful. Even though you are celebrating the most wonderful occasion, there are a lot of factors that go into this. The finances being a huge stress factor, just generally speaking, and depending on your situation, family members, expectations, people chirping in your ears. There's a lot going on. So Keep communication open with your fiance, your partner, and I highly suggest actually just setting up times to like have meetings, which sounds so silly and so formal, but for us, it was so much better than me just popping in and asking a question while Jeff was working and like wasn't ready to like wrap his head around such big choices or decisions, and vice versa. So we would like literally be like, all right, we're meeting at this time, and we would like set an agenda and get it done. It just was so much easier once we figured that out. But that being said, of course it's going to be stressful, and of course it's not going to be smooth sailing, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be great, and that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. Just set your expectations and set yourself up for success by planning it out. Do pay attention to all the small details, but don't get caught up if everything isn't perfect, which kind of goes back to this whole Pinterest thing that I was talking about. Of course, when you're planning, there's so many details and so many fine little touches, small touches that make a huge difference. And if you watch my wedding video, we did so many little small, unique, individual touches that really made the wedding feel like ours. And so yeah, I made so many lists of things, and then my planner made lists of things. We had notes and lists and lists and notes and little tiny details and little tiny things and little ideas and little bits of us and little bits of our friends and family, the whole thing. So very detailed little touches. But that being said, I had to also understand that not everything was going to, one, be affordable, so I had to let like some expectations out the window in terms of that, and two, I had to also accept that not everything was going to be exactly as I wanted it to be, and not everything was going to work out perfectly, and some things didn't work out exactly as I had imagined, but in the long run, it didn't matter. I feel like this is more of a general one. I should be more specific, but yeah, small details, important, but also nothing's that important in the long run as long as you are there with your partner and you're celebrating your love. And I'm gonna end on this one, and if you guys want more of these, I could do a whole, someone suggested I do a whole series. Maybe that's something that's like separate, like just for people planning. I'm not sure, I'm not exactly sure where this is going, but I am having fun doing this. Do set yourself up for success with all of your planning, but don't stay in your planning head on the actual day, which kind of ties in everything, right? It's like, do all the planning ahead of time. Hire the planner as well to help you do all the planning, and then on the day, trust that one, you did all the planning, so now you can just enjoy, and you have the planner there to fix anything that happens day of. So be there, be present, and don't worry about the details on the actual day. So Jeff had to remind me of that because I was like so nervous. He was like, we did it. We did all the work. We did all those meetings leading up. We checked all the boxes. We did all the things. We were diligent. We were smart. We went through it. We did it. So now just enjoy the day, and if everything isn't perfect, it will still be perfect. And like I said, the music on our entrance wasn't exactly as we wanted it, but it was still perfect. Our dance floor was a little bit slippery at first, and I was kind of freaking out, but it ended up being fine. Everyone got on the dance floor anyways, and we're moving and grooving. Jeff got punched in the face at the end of the night on accident from a friend who was so joyous that he ran up to Jeff and hugged him, and they both fell over, and Jeff got a bloody nose, and it was perfect! I don't think I ever shared that story, but that is true. It was like the most epic ending to the most epic party, and we'll never forget it. So there you go, a few do's and don'ts. Hopefully this was entertaining, even if you're not planning a wedding, and just something to think about in general. It's like everything is about balance, everything is about planning, but also going with the flow, you know, and doing it, most importantly, the way you want to do it. Keeping true to yourself and your vision and your budget, and you know, going from there, letting love flow and enjoying the moment. So if you're out there planning a wedding, good luck to ya. Keep your head on straight, and know that really, as long as you show up with love and it's all about you and your partner's love for one another and the people surrounding you, it's gonna be awesome. So good luck out there. It's a crazy time to be planning a wedding. I hope I can take some of your stress off your plate. All right, y'all, you're great. In the comments below, let me know if you're planning a wedding. or if you have planned a wedding, any asides, any tips, tricks, and also what else do y'all want to see? I haven't asked you in a while what kind of videos you're interested in seeing and enjoying, so let me know that in the comments below. I love y'all. That's all. Bye.